You get a double upload today. This time we're going to take a look at the Kfir C.2. And if you want to take a look at the T-72 Moderna, I'm going to link a video to Justin Plays where he goes and talks about, the tank things. Obviously, I'm not a tanker, I'm more an aircraftman, but this vehicle is underwhelming to say the least. It is a reward vehicle. It suits all the candidates for being a reward vehicle, so therefore I quite don't understand why this isn't a regular in-tree aircraft. It would probably fill that need for more Israeli aircraft. Otherwise, it's a rank 11.0. It has exactly the same top speed as the C7 variant, and it also has all of the other key features notable with the Delta Wings. Obviously, rank 4, it gets AIM-9Gs. Stock loadout, though, is AIM-9Ds. You can only get 2 of them, and the ordnance loadout is quite a lot. This thing is definitely a ground-pounding aircraft, despite the fact that it has no actual guided ordnance. That is one of the cons to this thing. It's all dumb weaponry, so bombs and rockets, and unguided rockets and that sort of thing, which is kind of a bit disappointing for a reward vehicle, but it is understandable. Obviously, you can only underslung 2 air-to-air missiles, which is quite disappointing. Being that it has less thrust and obviously only 2 hardpoints for missiles, this thing will probably remain to be a interesting fighter to have. I do like my Kfir C7, and having just finished all the aviation tech truth and War Thunder, this thing might be a bit challenging to fly. Granted, what we're seeing here is actually stock values, and this can't really sort of justify the lack of thrust yet because we haven't exactly seen the vehicle spaded, so you'll have to wait until the test drive. Obviously, this vehicle is primarily focused around ground strike capability, and it comes with a full CCIP for the commander guns and rockets. And because this thing doesn't have guided rockets, guided bombs, or any sort of guided munitions, it kind of feels a little bit lackluster in terms of what it can actually do. One last thing, it does come with this rainbow smashing Parrot camouflage, which is quite interesting. It looks like they've just duct taped things to the leading edge and painted white stripes, followed by this sort of blue stripe and this red stripe on the tail plane. So again, an interesting camouflage, but not exactly the most unique thing out there, considering the stock camouflage is grey. This is just a nice addition to have. Obviously, we're clutching at straws here. This vehicle is basically identical to the C7, except with just a little bit less thrust and obviously missing 2 hardpoints. But being a close air support vehicle, this thing should be particularly lethal against, well, SPAA and the likes. However, it's not exactly the most cut-out vehicle for that kind of job. Granted, it'll be probably a bunch of fun, but that will have to remain, or whether or not it'll be effective is another thing yet to be seen. I quite like the Kfirs, and the performance of this vehicle seems to be better than what I actually expected, which is quite interesting. The aircraft's performance without ordnance is basically identical to that of the Kfir C7. However, with ordnance, this thing seems to struggle quite a bit, which makes sense considering the C7 has extra thrusts to counteract the fact that you now can also carry ordnance. Other than that, the AIM-9Ds are, well, they're a bit finicky at best. Having a look at this MiG-15. Watch this. Watch where this missile goes. It just completely loses itself right about there. Completely, utterly misses. So, I guess it's hit or miss. Other than that, it's just a Kfir. And if you're looking for a top-tier reward, the T-72 Moderna is probably a better reward for you. Unless you like aircraft, like me, then this thing could probably be useful. Although, having said that, again, a top-tier jet, I'm starting to find them a bit indistinguishable from each other, and while they have decent performance, they're all the same in the end, and I really wish there was a World War II aircraft in the mix. Having said that, though, on the deck, this thing does achieve its top speed quite quickly, and I quite like this machine. And the thing that disappoints me the most about this vehicle is it doesn't come with its expected fuel tanks. they shown the drop tanks in the dev blog, and they showcased it to be, oh, look at this new fandangled vehicle. Where are my damn drop tanks for all jet aircraft that actually had them? That is something that I've been wanting for a very long time, but I guess it's not really important when your match goes for 5 minutes and you bring 20 minutes worth of fuel, right? Again, it's counterintuitive to what might look good versus what might play good. Anyway, that's a separate subject for another day. This vehicle, I like it. It's decent enough, and I'll probably have a lot of fun in it. But you'll have to stay tuned for another video soon. Anyway, that's a quick look and a preview at the C2. Hope you enjoyed. My name is Ash, and I'll catch you next one. Bye-bye.